Welcome to this week's edition of Africa Today News New York Weekly News Roundup. Here are the top headlines for the week. Tinubu governors agree on state police to tackle insecurity. NLC declares two-day nationwide protest. Nigerian lawmakers move to ban sports betting. Ivorians parade Abidjan to celebrate AFCON champions. DR Congo accuses Rwanda of airport drone attack. Biden reacts to Navalny's death, claims Putin is responsible. Trump ordered to pay $355 million in New York civil fraud case. Now the news in detail. As part of measures to arrest the rising wave of insecurity in the country, President Bola Tinubu and state governors in Nigeria have agreed to establish state police in the country. This was one of the 6 high points of an emergency meeting summoned by the president at the council chamber presidential villa in Abuja on Monday, in view of economic hardship in the country and an upsurge of insecurity in different parts of the country. Specifically, President Tinubu approved the establishment of a committee comprising state governors and representatives of the federal government, among other things, to explore modalities for establishing state police. The House of Representatives has resolved to stop sports betting in the country and urged the National Lottery Regulatory Commission, the NLRC, to comply with the Lottery Regulatory Commission Act 2005. Rivers State lawmaker Kelechi Nwogu, who raised the motion, stressed that weak or neglected regulations of sports betting have given rise to mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and addiction. The Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC, has directed its members and affiliate unions to begin mobilization for a 2-day nationwide protest that is billed to take place on February 27th and 28th if the federal government fails to implement all the agreements signed with it in October 2023. The 2-day nationwide protest, according to the communique signed by the NLC President, Comrade Joe Ajero, and the Acting General Secretary, Comrade Ismail Bello, will be taken place at the expiration of the 14-day ultimatum it had earlier issued. Ajero noted that Labour was no longer interested in empty talks from government, but actions, urging government to immediately implement the agreement and restore faith in the democratic process as Nigerians were struggling to survive. Let's go for a short break, and when we come back, the news continues. On to African news. Tens of thousands of jubilant fans crowded the streets of Abidjan for the Ivory Coast victory parade after the Elephants won the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Just as in 2015 for their last AFCON win, the Elephants roamed the streets of the country's economic capital to celebrate their victory. The Democratic Republic of the Congo has accused Rwanda of carrying out a drone attack that damaged a civilian aircraft at the airport in the strategic eastern city of Goma, the capital of North Kivu province. Fighting has flared in recent days around the town of Sake, 20 kilometers, an equivalent of 12 miles from Goma, between M23 rebels, which Kinshasa says are backed by Kigali, and Congolese government forces. Now on to world news. The President of the United States, Joe Biden, has reacted to Thursday's death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, directly blaming Russian President Vladimir Putin, while also using the death to lash out at the U.S. House of Representatives for holding up funding for Ukraine. According to Russian jail officials, Navalny, a ferocious opponent of the Russian president, passed away while incarcerated in the Russian Arctic labor camp. An independent confirmation of the official declaration has, however, not been made. A former president of the United States, Donald Trump, and his companies have been ordered to pay nearly $355 million in a New York civil fraud case. The presiding New York judge, Arthur Engoron, who presided over the case, also ordered that Trump would also have to pay millions in interest on that money. The ruling also said Trump will be barred from serving as an officer or director of any New York corporation or other legal entity in the state for 3 years, amongst other restrictions. And that's it on the news roundup. Join us again next weekend for all other important news updates. My name is Favor Aham. Thank you so much for watching.